introduce ourselves again?
Sure. I'm Allison.
Jennifer.
Crystal.
Darcy.
And we are
The Knitters Are Here.
And today we are going to continue with our amazing journey on the Yarn Discovery Tour. I know I'd get that one messed up. And we are going to share day 3. So this was the following weekend. I don't have the exact date on it.
Right.
But
The 14th?
14th?
is that what it was? Yes.
Seems about right.
Yes.
14th or 15th?
14th, because
Yeah.
Friday was the 13th.
Okay.
So that
Right.
was
Yes,
a big
that's right.
deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we all met up at Medina at the farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did a little walk around there and headed out to our first stop, which was Small Studios. And that I didn't already open up to.
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted. And anything you want to say about that shop? And I'll pull up.
Neat little
There we
shop.
Yeah, it's a combination yarn shop, scrapbook shop. So
Makers. Yeah.
maker shop. So she has a really huge table in the back where people
Yes.
come and they create scrapbook pages or do some journaling, and so she's got like pens and all
Or
that
knitting
stuff. Or
and
knitting.
needlework. So
Right.
yeah, a little bit. It's
It's kind of split. Half
Half
the
and
store is yarn and half of it is for other things.
Yes.
So.
And she is located at 24549 Lorraine Road, North Olmsted, Ohio 44070. Website smallstudioproductions.com.
That's
So,
interesting. I didn't realize
yeah.
it said production.
And she had good cookies.
Yes.
She had cookies. I think a family member sent her a platter of cookies.
So we're from the bakery just next, like
They're
3 doors down.
Dave's cookies. Yeah.
Dave's cookies. So it felt very cozy going in. She was very welcoming. And I think we were her first customers for that day because it was our first stop.
Right. Right.
So who would like to start with that?
I did not purchase there. I just, again, I have been trying to only buy things that I know what I'm going to do with them, and just nothing spoke to me that moment.
Yeah,
I didn't purchase anything there either, although Allison was my passport
It fell out.
go-to.
What did I buy?
I think you bought the
Pictures.
little picture cards, the old
Postcards, something.
Oh, I
postcard
did.
pictures.
Yes, I bought old portraits because
Yeah.
part of my genealogy hobby is to try and return them to the family.
Oh,
So-
neat.
Very cool.
How
And
do
I
you do
didn't-
that when there's very little information to
Well,
go
I
on?
only buy the ones that have a place and a name on them,
Okay.
Oh,
and then I go on Ancestry and try and figure out.
Oh, wow.
That would be cool.
So I actually sent a
Like
couple
Sherlock
emails out
Holmes.
this week saying, I think I have a picture of your relative. Would you like it? But I haven't got any response yet.
Oh, how cool.
Oh,
That's really awesome.
Very nice. I did make a purchase. Once again, it's a pattern book. There was one particular sweater. I kind of have a rule, like it needs to have more than one.
right.
But I was really drawn to this sweater. It's a Barocco pattern book.
Oh, Guernsey.
Yeah, it just looked real comfy, cozy. And so this is, and it's called Kale. Maybe that's how I'll get my kale in. Yeah, I'm over
That's the
kale.
only way I get kale.
Yeah.
in.
Kale.
I do too, but I
I
kind of
love kale.
overdid it for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
But this book's called Picnic, and it is by Barocco. So, and their free pattern, I'm pretty sure this was it, because I had a hard time trying to match up some of the patterns, but that
Yeah.
was the free pattern there.
Oh.
She
I
had
don't recall the
she had a
Yeah, she had it in 2
Crochet.
colorways and a
Yeah.
crochet and knit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a prerequisite for the shops to have a crochet and a knit pattern? I can't
think
recall
I don't know.
if all the shops offered one or the other.
I
They
think
all
they
did.
did. They were supposed to.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know.
crocheters didn't feel left out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of hanging out.
Oops.
Scoot in. I did shower, I promise. She's not like scooting out because of that.
Right.
So-
Get her.
Hi. So that was the small studio. Anybody else?
Nope.
Okay. Then we hopped in the car and headed north to River Color, and that is
Lakewood.
Lakewood. Oh, I'm behind on my book today. Okay. River Color Studio, 1387 Sloan Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio, 44107. Rivercolors.com. And talk about another happening shop. It had that same vibe as around the table. I mean,
Another
it
one that I
was
really
super
like.
busy.
It was huge.
Yeah, it's
huge.
huge.
It is huge.
So, and she has a lot of yarns there that are the ones that you see mentioned in like podcasts from New York and stuff. You know, Spin Cycle Yarn. She has Farmer's Daughter.
Woolen Boon.
Woolen Boon. Just a lot of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge selection.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turn around, there's something, and also a lot of accessories. And
bags,
we had been, one of the things that we had looked for, other than the measuring bracelets,
the wrist rulers,
were the shawl cuffs.
the leather. Looks like a belt.
Right.
Some of them.
And we did not see them anywhere until River Color.
And if you are a big Madeline Tosh fan, or what's the other one that's like Madeline Tosh? Malabrigo. She has all kinds of colors and weights in those.
Yeah. Big selection.
Yeah.
So
purchases?
her pattern I loved. It was called the Early Spring Bud Cowl. And she
haven't really looked at them.
had a couple of them in different colors, and it just looked like a really fun pattern.
Oh, that's the one where she had it on the table, and there was one in a glitter yarn.
Oh.
It had a glitter
Yes.
yarn that you went with
think
it,
I
and it was a
noticed.
really Christmassy design on one of them. That
Yeah.
I almost got it until I discovered other things.
It's just
She discovered something super cool.
Yeah.
But we don't need to show this because we've seen it before. I bought the Kitchener one because
Everybody kept getting it, and you
Yeah.
felt left out.
I did.
FOMO?
Yeah, FOMO,
Yeah.
but not anymore. I got it. No regrets there.
I still don't have one.
So that was my purchase.
Oh.
I don't have any.
I
of them yet.
did purchase another little thing, but that's for yarn vent. We'll talk about it later.
I purchased 2 skeins of magpie, which I've already caked. Swanky
Yeah, they
sock,
A lot of
That's
magpie
gorgeous.
too. Yeah.
fingering in a deep rose kind of thing. And I'm hoping that's going to be part of a sweater that we're going to be talking about some other day.
You have like a color theme.
Pardon?
This color, I see a lot of this color that she got along the tour.
Your cowl.
The
that you did
cowls were
kinda
that
has
color.
True.
Yeah. So you're plum to my mustard.
That's right. I
think
see
so.
you went plum for my mustard.
Right.
I got my wrist roller, which I love and have worn, I think, every single day. And it comes in this handy dandy little tin, which has now become a home for stitch markers.
There you go.
You could glue a little magnet to the bottom of that.
I
Ooh,
could.
I never even thought about that.
But
Either inside to hold the
these
stitch markers or
are 16
16 inch, yeah.
so they're nice size to wrap and
And it's
Twist.
the I Love Handles brand, I do believe. Yes, I Love Handles. And that is out of Oregon. So once again, made in the USA. Very nice. I've had mine since May and have worn it a lot. It looks worn, but it is not stretched. So it has stayed true to its size.
yeah, and I did check the measurements. The measurements are accurate. And my sister's getting married in
November 2nd.
November 2nd, yes. And our whole family is vertically challenged. So whenever you buy dress, pants, anything, it has to be hemmed this much.
Yeah, I feel your pain. I know.
Me too.
Yeah.
So you can send that extra my way because my pants are all ankle pants.
Okay,
Yeah.
not a problem. We can do that. So I was trying on a dress, and my mom's like, "Okay, so how much am I going to have to hem it? Does anybody have anything to measure?" And I'm like, "Here."
Except for, how hard is it to see the numbers? I'm just noticing that.
Because
In
it
the
was black.
black.
It's not as bad as long as there's good light. It's
Good
not as
light.
bad
Okay.
as I thought it would be. And then when we were in Nashville this past weekend visiting my niece, we took her dress down to try on, and same thing. She's vertically challenged as well.
There you go.
So we needed to measure, and I'm like, "Here."
To the rescue!
To the rescue, handy dandy,
Awesome.
handy dandy.
So you used it.
Yes. So I've used it at least twice already
For its actual
For
function.
non-knitting?
for non-knitting,
Non-knitting.
and I have also used it for knitting.
Non-jewelry wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Real
Yes.
function.
Real
Nice.
function.
And let's.
So I got one too in orange, and I did snag one of the shawl cups,
And
So
I had
button
one.
snap.
Sorry.
and I think
Right
the
in front of your face.
I had
label
one
is
in
right
my
on there.
hand.
I didn't realize that was a shawl cuff. I thought it was a bracelet.
Oh, well, I tried to stick it on my wrist and it doesn't fit. So
I had
I was
one
gonna use it
in
for
my
that
hand,
purpose.
almost on my wrist, for most of my visit at that store, and then I found these, and I'm like,
And
I
this is
just need
also
to.
by whom? This is by Knox Mountain Knit Company.
And so the wrist ruler and this pin were impulse buys at the register. Little car with yarn hanging out of
Another
it.
pin.
And then I was
Yellow
over in
car.
the corner, and I had
She hit
yarn
the
in my
jackpot.
hands, and I saw this really cool shawl, and it kept talking about how get the kit. It's Quince & Co. yarns, and it takes 4 skeins, and they had kits, and it was like $30. Some insanely
Yeah.
inexpensive amount to make this shawl in a kit. So I bought it.
And look what color's in it.
And look!
It may look similar to other colors we've seen in combination
And it
for
looks
her.
just like the color of my sweater. I may have a slight problem.
It's a great combination though. It just
I like
it's
it.
warm and cozy. It's got color.
It called my name, Darcy.
Oh my God.
And that's Quince and Company. That's Ann Budd's company.
That yarn just the way it's laying, it just looks like it's gonna have great fabric to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. I pretty much got everything that was on my wish list finished up at that store. The wrist ruler, the shawl cuff. I still didn't come across any large, like sweater quantity size zipper or project bag. So
Maybe you need to go to a quilting store.
that, or I just need to have someone that can sew better than me.
I
Make
sew when
me
it moves
something.
me.
Yeah, well, I'm
It's
the
not
same way.
moving me right
I'm
now.
the same way. I have all the equipment to sew,
Yeah.
and I can sew them. I just choose not to when I can buy them.
You need
They're
to go
puppies.
to Put Bay. That one I got up there
Yeah?
for $20. That thing's the
Ooh.
best sweater bag ever.
That, or I want to look at the company where that other bag is that you just got.
Mrs. Brown's bags.
Mrs. Brown's bag.
She is the Jody to the Jody and Tracy Grocery Girls.
Mhm.
Okay. Love her bag.
So yeah, but that's what I got.
Yay. All right.
Okay.
Then we left Lakewood and drove out to Vermilion
Mm-hmm.
to Cast On, which is it's like our other local yarn shop,
Right.
But it's
That's
a
an
good
hour
hour
away.
away.
Yeah.
But it's not local.
Yeah, not local, but it is right on the lake.
Yes.
Mhm.
So nice. So we made sure that when we hit Cast On, that we could have lunch there, and then we actually took time to sit on the lakeside and just knit for were we there almost an hour knitting?
Probably.
More,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was just you could lose yourself up there, and all of a sudden it's like 8:00 at night. It's like, yeah, we better go.
And it was so funny, like when we arrived and I opened the door and we started to funnel in, she yelled,
Brenda.
"The knitters are here!" We loved that.
Oh, she's
That was
so
the greatest
sweet.
part.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that she recognized us was great and remembers
Very
us. We love
personable,
that.
very personable. And I had been in contact with her off and on all morning, asking if she had a particular kit there. And she's so quick to respond. And she said, "Yep, we have it." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm on my way up there today." She's like, "You may put it aside." I'm like, "Oh, yes," and she did. So now this one's only going to have 2 of the 4 in there. So it's a Heidi and Lana kit, and it's for possibility. So I've already caked up one of the skeins, so that's why it's missing the 4. And so Heidi and Lana kits are just wonderful.
The
You've
bomb.
heard of them before.
We've talked about
Yes.
them, yes.
She
Yeah.
comes with a little stitch marker and a
Yeah,
little
even
note
have her little
card.
bracelet.
Yeah.
The stitch
Oh,
markers
I'll
on
show
it.
you. So, and the pattern, well, here's the pattern in here.
Oh, okay.
So I think, yeah, you can do that side. And as you can see, it's a 1-page pattern, so it's a good repeat.
It's like a
Holly, is Holly the other lady that was there? She
Yes.
had
Holly.
just
Holly.
finished up hers. She said it was an easy knit. It's probably a good car traveling kit or TV watching knit, and but it's called Possibility, a thing that may be chosen or done out of several possible alternatives. And I just love how versatile it is.
And they let you try on the sample. Was
Yeah.
it a sample?
Yes.
Yes.
The sample?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it has so many ways to wear that thing.
And you thought you could wear it to work?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I work with small children, so in bending over a little bit, I didn't want anything that would lose children. They'd like go up underneath it. So I think I can manage not like taking in children. So it's all about can I teach in it. And it was really cute. She had lots of little giveaways, and she had a little blue highlighter. And the reason why I'm showing it is because she said, "And you're the highlight of our day." It was so sweet. So, and her pattern, I do believe, is this
Yes.
the right pattern? Okay. Once again, trying to figure out all the free patterns. It's sheets,
by Sweet Georgia.
Yes.
Yep.
So that was the free pattern that was given away, the knit pattern. I don't know. I did not take the crochet pattern.
I did not either.
So I do not recall what that one was. And that was my major purchase at Keston.
So my purchase was the same thing, but in a different colorway. I did indigo, and obviously there's the all four. I haven't caked anything up
I
yet.
think that's the
True
color I
indigo
would
color.
get too.
And that one, it was one of those where she's like, well, she said she only has indigo and
Spice. Mine is spice.
Oh, I thought there was something, but what was there another color there?
It was like a light blue, I thought.
No,
She
this
had
one-
multiple indigos
She had
and
two
the one
indigo,
spice.
and I thought she had something else,
Well,
a different color.
the
But
example was done in a different color.
Yeah.
okay, that's maybe that's.
I think
what
it was
I'm
called
thinking.
mushroom, but it was more along the yellow lines.
Yeah.
And so we thought there was only one left, but there was actually two there. And it was like, okay, if it's there, then it's meant to be. If it's not, then I'll find something else,
Yeah.
I'm sure. So this was my major purchase. And this one I had kind of made sure that as we went through the stores that at the end I would have enough money left over to get this one because this was my, oh my gosh, when that pattern comes out, I want it so
It
bad.
was a small shop, but there was things
It's-
everywhere.
It's
stuffed in
it's
everywhere.
tiny, but it's
And-
very well organized,
Mhm.
and
There's a
the
lot there.
vibe there is just so incredible. I don't know if it's the lake effect or what, but it
Let's
is-
say that.
I love
We
that
love
store, even though it's. I mean, you walk in the door and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be claustrophobic. It's so small, but you're not. You're
and
not.
knitters are so nice.
And
we all
we have
move at
been
each
there.
other's wave. It's like
we
a
have
dance.
been there when it is absolutely packed, and it's still.
You still
just-
find
they had-
everything.
You
yeah.
still find
She
everything,
had some
and it's
lovely knitters jewelry there that
yeah.
I
Yeah.
Oh
coveted.
yes,
Some earrings.
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
And they had some shawl cuffs
Shawl
too from that
cuffs,
same
too.
company.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And they had they had a sample of this little sweater that I just kept picking up the sample and carrying it around, thinking I can make that. I could make it. So I got the pattern. It's called Boardwalk.
It's a Brooklyn tweed
Oh,
pattern.
And then-
so nice.
I wanted yarn, but I had nothing specific in mind to make. So she had a new yarn line there, which is
Ohio
called
local, right?
Clark and L, and it's hand dyed here in Ohio. You can find her on Etsy and Facebook. But the color of this is Mellow Grello, and it's so cute. It may or may not have more mustard in there, but she's got that
There's
one.
mustard right there.
But it's local, and so I've actually connected with the dyer.
Oh wow.
And so when I come up with whatever I'm going to make it, she wants to know, and so I'm going to post it and show her. But that's what I got.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I just took your pattern.
I saw that.
I want to make the sweater too.
I know, I
So,
love the
I
sweater.
did write it down. So
The other that was our day there. We went and then had lunch and spent
cute
time
little
knitting.
restaurant next door.
Right. Oh, that was wonderful too. And then there was a really cool coffee shop called Woodstock.
Yes, we
That
stopped there.
was so neat. And
Yeah.
the
All
wall
the Woodstock
art
posters
and,
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a really cool place. And then
And it had a brewery, a bar area in the back.
So and then we headed home. But the one other place that the three of us went is our local yarn shop, which is Black Locust Farm in Lodi.
Yeah.
Which we all did independently on different days.
And she's located at 110 Bank Street, Lodi, Ohio, 44254. And her website is blacklocustfarm.info. But I'm going to give you the phone number. She's easier to contact by phone sometimes, and that's 330-948-9276.
And she's right there at the traffic light. So parking is usually best just to park within the square somewhere or at the CVS because parking is not really parking near her shop. And
There's
it's a little brick
plenty of
building.
it, but it's just not right next door to the shop.
Just door.
It's an adorable shop. Used to be an old bank, I do believe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's got a lot of variety from hand
Oh, she has
dyed
everything.
to cascade
Everything, yeah.
and big
Yeah.
table.
Destination.
Yeah.
A lot of independent or local, or
Knitted
not
wit.
local, but small independent dyers, as well as the Plymouth and Cascade and Barocco and
Yes.
Malabrigo.
She does teaching spinning classes, not like the spinning, but like spinning.
Oh,
so I
okay.
think since it's a knitting podcast, they knew. But I
Yeah.
just wanted to
Okay.
clarify.
Just in
Um,
case.
I like how she had
Oh,
to do
and,
the little foot thing, so we all knew.
I've never ever taken a spin class. They scare me. I don't don't think my tush can handle it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no.
TMI. If you walk in and you say, oh, I've always wanted to know how to knit a hat. Oh, I could teach you that. Oh, I've always wanted to know how to do brioche. Oh, I could teach you that. She's just so open and willing to teach. The ladies that sit around the table, you can just, and I did this when I first learned this shop. I just went in and sat down and brought my yarn, and they had it was very welcoming.
Yep.
I mean, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do it. I don't know anybody here, and now I know them. So it was a great experience.
And when I went, it was packed, and she was occupied with someone else, and so one of the ladies from the table just came right over, and she's like, let me show you the colorway that's for the yarn tour, and let me show you that. She was super helpful, super nice.
I followed you in there.
Yeah, and then she showed up like 20 minutes later or something, and but at that point I was looking at sock yarn, and the lady does not knit socks, so she's like, well, when you're finished with them, I'm a size whatever, I'm a size large, and she kept making sure to tell me that. That's hilarious. I'll make socks, but I think I want to keep them.
So you bought sock yarn.
I bought
to
sock
make,
yarn,
to make
yeah.
socks. Yes.
So I bought 2 different skeins. I bought Ancient Arts in this yummy pink color because I thought that would be great for socks, like
Antique.
pink and denim.
Oh, look at that.
That's really
gold
unusual.
that's in there too.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
that a
that's
shocker?
everywhere.
Very
And then I
nice.
bought knitted
Sock
wit
NATO.
sock yarn, and then colorway on this one is called Goddess.
Oh, right.
So she's an antique
I'm an
goddess.
antique goddess. So I'm gonna have to wear one on one foot and one on the other.
Oh, I love knitted wet yarns.
And I think the colorway, because I ordered the colorway,
Right.
and I think that was by Ancient Arts, wasn't it? The
Is
dye,
it Destination or is it Ancient
For
Arts?
what?
the colorway
The-
for her shop.
she
the
has
train,
the train
Destination
It's
yarn.
by
It's
Destination.
Destination? Okay.
I ordered it, so the special colorway that she had, I ordered
So you did
that too.
DK?
I did the DK.
I'm on the
yes.
list for DK
Yeah.
too.
So am I. Yeah.
And I also found the Nomadic knits. So I got that while I was there too.
The New York State.
Yeah, New York State one.
New York State.
'Cause I've been
Nine.
wanting one
I'm
of
not
those
familiar
too.
with this. Nomadic knits.
Yeah,
Well.
it's really cute. Take a look. Just don't take the book.
Oh.
Funny girl.
And so I'm on the list for the Destination Yarn colorway for Black Locust, which is called
Train
Derailed in Lodi.
Derailed in Lodi.
There's
Yes.
a story
There's a
behind that. Just
story.
go to the shop. She'll be
She'll
glad
tell
to
you.
share it.
Yeah.
Just don't ask Kay to share the story.
But although they were teasing her about it when we were there, and she said, I can laugh about it now. So she might be comfortable telling you what happened.
That's right. So what did you get?
That's what I got. I got the
She got the
Derailed-
colorway?
Okay.
Derailed in Lodi. Yeah. that's
So
all on the list.
I'm on the waiting list also for Derailed, but I went specifically also
You got it too?
for the Nomadic
Yes, she got
knits,
got
and
You got
so I got
Maryland.
Maryland.
Okay.
There's 3 patterns in here that I was looking at. Tracy did the socks from Grocery Girls. Jody did a hat, and then there's a sweater called Sleepover that that I've
That's
been.
the one I want
Yes.
too. I want that sweater.
So that was my driving force behind getting this book. So between the book and the waiting list for the yarn.
It's really comfy.
So that was my purchase. But while I was there, so if you watch this before November, she is having 2 events. One is called the First Frolic, and that is on Saturday, November 2nd from noon to 6. If you bring a dish, it's like a potluck, and you can get a 10% discount on all regularly priced yarn. Come and join us to celebrate the return of chilly knitting weather. And then a couple weeks, the 16th, so about a week later or so, Saturday, November 16th from noon to 5, Destination Yarn is going to be having a Trumps show there. So, and her free pattern that had the colorway for the
Yes.
shop, the
Yes.
Derailed, it's called Industrious Kate. It's black and white. It's not going to show up well, but there's a beautiful little detail on the top that looks like a spiral. And they had a sample of it in the shop, and it was really beautiful. So that was
Black Locust.
Black Locust.
Farm.
It was on the
Yeah.
Destination Yarn kick.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And
So
that ended
that
our tour.
Yeah.
We didn't do all 19. We did that last year, but decided we were just going to visit the ones that we really liked. So we got all the pins from the ones that we went to.
There's one or two that I didn't get the pin, but I got the stamp, and there's one that I got the stamp but didn't get the.
Yeah.
I got it all
Yeah.
messed up.
And we were entered into drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I won! I won!
And we are so jealous.
We are so mad, and it's the store I didn't buy from.
Oh
so
my
she
gosh.
won because my entry wasn't in there.
And I heard that's right.
My entry was.
I heard there was like 432 tickets.
Really?
And they showed it. She did a live drawing, and you just
Yeah, I
see her
saw
kind
that.
of and lifting,
She
and there's my name rising up out of the dish, and it was
yeah.
like, well, the thing is I was in class, and I got a call, and I looked down, I'm like, all right, spam, decline, and I'm trying to teach, and then I see. Left a message. Oh, okay. They're gonna tell me that I'm fraudulent or I'm wanted by the police.
Yes.
The police will come to your place of business.
They need your social security number
I
now.
know. I almost deleted it, so I listened to it, and I was just like, oh my gosh! And I'm in the lounge at lunchtime, surrounded by
yarn
people.
squeal.
It was almost like this
A Darcy
is why
squeal?
when you hear people when you're really overwhelmed, you can't make a sound like people who are in a situation they just go silent versus screaming for help.
Yeah.
I'm like, who would do that? I did that. I was just like, I did it because I was going. I was sucking all the air in,
Their basket was phenomenal.
It was a $600 value basket.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have everything
That was
to
their
show.
store
So, do you want me to
basket.
do that now or on the next one?
We'll do it on your
And then-
acquisition.
Yeah, we'll do it
Okay.
on the acquisitions of the next one. Oh my gosh, it was just amazing. So I called her, and she was just so fun, and I made sure I got up there. It was a challenge to get it, but it was
And they
worth the wait.
posted the photo on their Instagram or their Facebook.
And this is at the Artful Yarn. Sorry,
The
I don't know if I
Artful
said
Yarn.
that. So I went in at
Instagram
the Artful.
Falls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a gift certificate in there, and so I'm
nice.
going back. But I
Ooh.
think the yarn that came with it, many skeins of yarn in there, I might use for the sleepover. So I need to go get two more if she's got it in that colorway. If not, I'll just buy some more.
There you go.
So yay!
Yeah. So are we doing the yarn tour again next year, or are we gonna do
I
our
thought
own thing?
I thought we were gonna go.
I think we have something else in
We
mind.
have something else in mind. Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna
Let's
go
go
to
to
Rhinebeck. So next year, 2020 is our year. We are going to either try to hop on the bus with it's
The
Woolly,
park.
Wild and Woolly
Wild
from
and Woolly.
Cleveland. They do a bus tour. At least they did one this year, so we're
I'm not
really
sure they're doing
Hoping
one
that
next
you
year.
do
Yeah.
it next year, please.
Have you
I have the name of the person to call though.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm like, have you heard anything yet? So if not, my husband would be willing to drive so we can all knit, because that's the whole point. We just want to knit the whole way
Yes.
there. So as long as there's a motorcycle shop close by, we can keep him busy
Yeah.
there, and we'll all
Thanks,
be able
Dave.
to knit. So he can be the designated driver. If not, we'll take turns, but we are really, really planning on going to Rhinebeck. So we're saving now, and I can't wait.
I know.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this concludes
It does.
The end of our
Yarn
yarn tour.
Discovery Tour Day 3.
Yeah.
Thanks
Until next
so-
time.
Thanks